This year's breeding population estimate for waterfowl was 49.5 million, the highest number recorded so far. Up slightly from the 49.2 million of last year. Mallards and green-winged teal were the highest numbers ever. Blue-winged teal, redheads, and canvasbacks all had a strong showing this year. During the 2014-2015 waterfowl season, about 16,000 Georgia duck hunters harvested 122,000 ducks, and that's very similar to what we've seen in the last 3 or 4 years. Wood ducks, of course, our #1 species in the harvest, something over 72,000 wood ducks taken. Next are your teal, combined blue and green-winged teal, about 17,000. Ringneck ducks, about 13,000, another species down below there. So those are the major ones. As far as our Canada goose harvest, we've got about 10,000 goose hunters, harvested about 34,000 Canada geese last year. And again, those numbers are very similar to what we've seen last 3 or 4 years. And a fair number of those geese are taken during the September season as well. The waterfowl hunting regulations for the 2015 season are very similar to what we've seen the last several years. 60-day season, 6 duck bag limit. We've got that week at Thanksgiving. Then we take a break and we go as late as we can go. This year, January 31st is the last Sunday in January. We count days backwards, so we start December 12th and run through January 31. The only real change from last year is our canvasback bag limit has increased from 1 to 2. I think this year's waterfowl season will probably be very similar to what we've seen in the last few years. Georgia typically is not really a boom or bust kind of season when it comes to duck hunting. The eastern population, bird numbers are looking good, mallard numbers are good in eastern Canada, ringneck numbers are strong in eastern Canada, wood duck numbers are looking good in the Northeast Breeding Plot Survey. So I think we'll have a very similar season to what we've had the last couple of years. If you're looking for a place to go, always start with our wildlife management areas. We've got some great opportunities there. If you're ahead of the game and you're applying for those quotas, certainly Altamaha, Butler Island, and the Dan-Denton area at Oconee are hard to beat. You've got to have some preference points, so save those up, but those are really good areas. For youth opportunity, Rum Creek is a great spot, and Cordele Fish Hatchery. No matter where you are in the state, if you can put in for Cordele, put in for Cordele. If you're looking for some public opportunity outside of those WMAs, reservoirs, Lake Seminole is always a good place for diving ducks. Lake Eufaula has got some great opportunity, and Lake Clark Hill is not too bad. For other management areas that aren't quota, find one close to a river. I'm not going to name any specifics, but whether you're at Eufaula or you're on the Savannah River or Okmulgee, Oconee in between, find a management area that butts up to that river that's got some good river swamp and good wetlands. Find a beaver pond or an open, you'll be able to have some good luck there. Generally, for what regions of the state to look at, the coast is always good. A lot of birds in those coastal marshes. And the area in the upper coastal plain, right where the Piedmont falls off, those river swamps start to get wide, you get beaver ponds, a lot of birds will make their way into those areas and stay there for the winter. For hunters interested in pursuing waterfowl in Georgia, you need your basic hunting license, the HIP permit, the Harvest Information Program permit, a Georgia waterfowl license, and a federal duck stamp. In addition to that, if you like to hunt on a wildlife management area, you need a wildlife management area stamp. For duck hunters that harvest abandoned duck, the easiest way to get some information back on that is use the internet, www.reportban.gov. You as a hunter can type your information right in on the website and you'll get some immediate feedback as to where that bird came from. A secondary option to that is the phone number, 1-800-327-BAND.